and welcome back to Atreyu News. Assange just responded to Hillary and she's not going to like it. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has responded to Hillary Clinton laying the blame on her election defeat at the hands of WikiLeaks. ZeroHedge.com reported, one day after Hillary Clinton blamed WikiLeaks and James Comey for her election loss, I like how Hillary Clinton put Russia and WikiLeaks together when Assange is WikiLeaks. It's funny. An angry Julian Assange responded to the former Secretary of State, telling her if she wants to blame someone for losing the 2016 presidential election, she should blame herself. In a tweet on Wednesday morning, Assange said, "You can't blame WikiLeaks when what we leaked was your words and positions. Blame yourself." She's blaming WikiLeaks. Well, what she's really, she's just upset because she got caught. It's like the criminal, right? They're all upset. Yeah, they're upset, all right, because they got caught. Clinton, I'll take absolute personal responsibility for loss. Can't blame WikiLeaks when what we leaked was your words and positions. That was awesome.
It wasn't a perfect campaign. There is no such thing. But I was on the way to winning until the combination of Jim Comey's letter on October 28th and Russian WikiLeaks raised doubts in the minds of people who were inclined to vote for
Russian WikiLeaks. Julian Assange is from, I think it's Australia or New Zealand, isn't it? Not Russia.
For me, but got scared off. And the evidence for that intervening event is, I think, compelling, persuasive, and so we overcame a lot in the campaign. We overcame an enormous barrage of negativity, of false equivalency, and so much else. But as Nate Silver, who doesn't work for me, he's an independent analyst, but one considered to be very reliable, has concluded, if the election had been on October 27th, I'd be your president.
Yeah, Julian Assange is from Australia. So, of course, she'll admit that it was her fault, maybe 1% of all the BS that she's saying. Now she's claiming she's part of the quote-unquote resistance, but judging on what we've seen with the Antifa, we know what the resistance is. It's a communist ideology with the attempt to take over what's left. I just thank God that Trump had won, because if Hillary had won, she'd be empowering Antifa and not allowing the cops to arrest them, like we've seen. Breaking news from Apple, Trump just won big. He just won bigly. Apple CEO has just announced they are pouring $1 billion into a fund to encourage manufacturing in the United States. That's awesome. Politico reported Apple CEO Tim Cook announced Wednesday that his company is pouring $1 billion into a fund to encourage advanced manufacturing in the United States. It's $1 billion of our U.S. money, which we have to borrow to get, said Cook, appearing on the CNBC program Mad Money. We're really proud to do it. You're damn right you are. Because if you weren't, your stocks would be tanking like Starbucks. President Donald Trump has criticized U.S. companies for manufacturing products overseas and called on them to make more products at home. Before taking office, Trump pressed Apple specifically to do more of its manufacturing in the U.S. Cook said Apple's new focus on domestic manufacturing can be the ripple in the pond, saying that if we can create many manufacturing jobs, those manufacturing jobs create more jobs around them, because you have a service industry that builds up around them. Well, now they're talking language here. We're talking language that hasn't been used since the Industrial Revolution. Look what the Palestinian President said to President Trump in front of everyone. This is a moment that everyone can be proud of our president. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas to President Trump. Now, Mr. President, with you we have hope. How nice.
Now, Mr. President, with you we have hope. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow. That's awesome. That is awesome. Imagine that though. President Trump scrubs the earth of the vermin. We go through a bit of turmoil and then world peace and prosperity. I love the sound of that. Look who was emailing out classified info all the time for Hillary. We all remember this woman, Hillary's lesbian lover. And I'm not even joking. FBI Director James Comey testified that Huma Abedin made it common practice to forward classified emails to her husband Anthony Weiner. WashingtonExaminer.com reports Huma Abedin, a longtime top aide to Hillary Clinton, regularly forwarded classified emails to her husband Anthony Weiner. FBI Director James Comey testified Wednesday. Senator John Kerry asked Comey how classified information got on Weiner's computer, something the FBI learned last October. His then spouse, Huma Abedin, appears to have had a regular practice of forwarding emails to him, for him, I think to print out for her so she could then deliver them to the Secretary of State Clinton, Comey replied. You see what kind of idiots we had in power? That is outrageous. The most powerful country on God's green earth. And this is the type of people they got running it. They got their secretaries and maids handling classified information. Comey couldn't say definitely whether Weiner read the classified documents believed to primarily have been emails. Well, of course he read it. It's classified. Who wouldn't read it?